trop, cintrés dans leurs habits verts, ne sont pas des bancs de maquereaux, bien qu'ils en aient la couleur et l'air.
Dracana Colorama, I believe is what it's called.
Dracana color. That sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
Dracana. Red Edge Dracana. Dracana. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a good low light plant, and it cleans. It removes the xylene from your air. So there's a lot less xylene in my bedroom now.
That's good.
Dracana. Yes, that's how it's pronounced.
I think plants.
Dracana.
I don't know if it actually does that stuff, but. What about now? What?
Can you hear us now? We are talking now. The microphones are in our hands. We are holding them and speaking into them.
Is that good now?
There is some sort of... How does a microphone work? I didn't have anything for breakfast. I don't like breakfast.
I had a cupcake. I had a cupcake for breakfast. I had a cupcake for breakfast.
Really,
Cupcake for breakfast.
you really got to put your mouth right on that. We're on.
We're on.
See, now the sun is in my eyes, so now I want to wear my sunglasses.
Oh, I'll keep this back.
Can I have them?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Should I wear mine?
Yeah.
So that way.
We can be on brand. Hi, welcome to YouTubes.com. I am Lincoln YouTubes. The biggest question that people ask me is, why all the tubes? Well, why not?
Why not indeed? All right, you're going to move closer. I'm going to put this up here. Yes.
But not great Wi-Fi.
Didn't work.
So here we are in the studio at Somerville Media Center.
Yeah. And there's a basket full of stuff.
We have some plants here. Are these real
I
plants?
think this is a mango. It's
Okay.
mangoes.
These are not real plants.
They're not. You can't eat them, but it looks nice, you know,
They
to
do
have
look
for your
nice.
guests.
Yeah, we've got some mangoes.
Full of
We've got some
mangoes.
plants. We've got a cowbell.
Oh.
I need to stop looking at the TV screens, which is
Yeah,
something
it's
that
hard.
I will.
Yeah. So Pat,
Yes.
tell me, when did you first decide that you wanted to be a mailman?
A mailman. I guess I didn't decide. I guess I was, as Lady Gaga says, born this way.
Born that way. It's interesting.
When did you decide to be a female man?
What?
A female man.
We're just mailmen. We're also mailmen.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Great.
You don't need to
Sure.
make it a gender thing.
I understand. Well, I'm sorry I brought it up. And this interview is off on a sour note.
Yeah, it really is. So Pat,
Yeah.
tell me, when did you first realize that you were into cuddle parties?
I was always knew that I was a cuddler.
Sure.
And, you know, when you're young, you kind of have a sense that maybe you're a little different. And for me, it was like, everyone was like, we're going to go after school, we're going to go to soccer practice, we're going to go do chess club. I was like, no, no, no. Give me a pillow. Give me a blanket. Give me any other human being. And let's get snuggly.
Now, is it just humans that you cuddle with?
What started as humans.
Okay.
It always starts as humans.
Sure.
It always does. And if you start anywhere else, you're wrong.
That's a bold statement.
I will put my whole name on that statement.
What's your whole name, by the way?
My whole name is Luke Gregerson.
Well, thank you, Luke, for being so open and kind.
Closer for the San Diego Padres. I don't know if he's actually their closer anymore. That is a real person's name.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, Luke Gregerson. He used to close for the San Diego Padres.
Cool.
He might. I don't even know if he's still in the league.
Wait, now let me be your guest.
Okay.
I'm going to leave and come back.
Great.
Okay.
Don't walk too far because you're hooked up.
Okay. Oh, right. Am I still on screen?
No, you're off screen.
Okay.
And hi, welcome to the show. My guest tonight is a woman. She is also shorter than me, but we'll both be sitting down. So hopefully that won't be a problem in terms of communication or maintaining eye contact or us being able to hear each other. She is wearing a black shirt and some sort of striped skirt. Would you call that a skirt? What?
Gotta welcome
Oh, please welcome to the stage our surprise guest. You'll never guess who it is. It's Cher.
Hi. Thank you so much.
Hi, welcome to the
I'm
show.
supposed to stand up to shake
Oh, I'm
hands.
sorry.
And then,
See, now I screwed up my microphone now.
oh, okay.
This is why you shouldn't have moved. Cher. And also, when we stand up, you can't see.
Oh,
can't see
God.
ourselves.
I'll just use my butt. I'm not doing that again. It was great stuff.
That was good. That was fun.
That was fun. I wish there was more stuff in the basket.
Was that it? Just those
That
mangoes
was it.
and
Mangoes,
4 plants and a cowbell.
Cowbell. Oh, I think that's Fallon.
Uh-oh. Someone knocketh at the door. And
We have a special guest.
we have a special guest. It's the host of the show.
Welcome,
Do I have an
Fallon.
actual microphone?
Oh, I don't know. There seems to be 3 hooked in.
Yeah?
Where does this blue cord go?
Oh,
Oh, that goes over there. So what's in there?
Okay, you know what? Here, you keep
Are there
talking.
more lav mics?
Yeah, just,
In here?
introduce yourself. Just keep going.
Okay.
We've
Who
been
are you?
riffing.
Here we
We've
go.
been-
You have been riffing? I
We've been
saw
riffing.
some sort of funny introduction.
We've been doing the improv,
Good.
We've been hanging out.
hanging out, kicking back.
We've been exploring some baskets.
Oh, good.
Where would you like to sit? How do you want to do
I
this?
think I kind of want to stand
Okay.
right in between.
Oh, that's great. Cool.
Great.
Crouch. Well, for those of you just tuning in, or tuning in again and again and again, congratulations. You've made it to this level. Not many people do. So if you're still watching Ladles and Lentil Zens, you have something awaiting you. I can't tell you what just yet. You're going to have to continue to tune in. These two here? Yeah, they're guests, but not just any guests. These guests are guests galore. They're guests unlike any really unique and intricate door. And knock down the door, you say? These guests will knock down your door. Flotilla TV is coming at you. It's coming at you quick. Not like quick and easy pancakes. Those are gross. I like eggs and butter and milk in my pancakes. I don't like water in my cakes. Just like y'all don't use water in your show. It's a lot of really enriching ingredients. So here we have Pat and Pat.
I'm Pat.
Hello, I am also Pat.
And Pat. And these two are, well, this Pat squared, Pat number 2, who's actually also known as Samantha, is an intern.
I'm the Flotilla intern. I'm in charge of getting coffees, making sure the talent doesn't
Break anything.
knock down doors.
This is an odd thing about improvisers is they love to break things.
They love to break things.
And there's a lot of in a normal improv theater, there's not much stuff to break.
No.
But in a TV studio, which is where we're filming Flotilla, it's a TV show. There's cameras, there's wires, there's lights, there's microphones.
And that's where Pat Squared comes in. I use my lasso and I wrangle him and keep him in line. That's what I do.
Last night was a really good show. It was my first Flotilla TV show, folks. I sat second row on the end just in case I had to go to the bathroom. And I will say that some other things got a little destroyed last night, like the floor mat when Mr. Godiva took a dive. Mr. Chocolate Godiva took a dive. That was a great skit. Who are those guys?
That was the Mighty Zeppelin. They started here in Boston, and then one of them still lives. It's a duo, two guys, Mike and Andy. And Andy still lives around here, and Mike moved to New York City a couple years ago. 2 years ago?
It's sad. They're so cute together.
Yeah.
Lots of passion.
So Mike came up for the show, and it was a lot of fun. They did a set. The Gorge did a set, which is a team that I'm on. The nice thing about producing your own show is you can book your own team as much as you want.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's probably the coolest part of having your own show.
Pat Curren played a mobster grandfather last night whose, nephews or grandchildren didn't really quite understand who their grandfather was at first, and then they understood, and it was a good show. I love how complex it can be, but you're playing multiple characters, jumping in and out, keeping the scene very fresh. It takes a lot of work. Can you talk a little bit about your background? How did you get into this exactly?
Would you like to start? Or should I
You
start?
can start if you want, Sammy. This is Pat Squared.
Well, how does improv work? Well,
Start at the very beginning.
the very beginning. Okay, so there was a man named Del Close, and no, improv, it's basically adult pretend time, but it's got rules that people follow, and the rules, the base of those rules is agreeing with the reality of the situation. So if I were to say I was a psychologist and he was my patient, and that was the reality of the situation, by him agreeing with that, it keeps the thing going forward instead of him being like, you're not my psychologist, you're an astronaut, and that would kind of stop it in its tracks, and it wouldn't be as much fun to play with. So that's kind of like the foundation of improv. It's called Yes and. And then it gets more complex from there. Pat, would you take it from there?
Sure. Well, I started doing improv in 2012, so I've been doing it for 5 years. It's 2017, last time I checked. 5 years, yeah. And I started because I knew I wanted to write for television, and that dream has since kind of adapted or evolved. But I want to write for television, and I was like, how does a comedy writer get started? And there's 2 tracks, which is you become a stand-up comedian or you become an improviser. So I was like, all right, I'll go. There's an open mic at Rogies, which is in Cleveland Circle.
You did stand-up?
I did stand-up probably 4 or 5 times, and I hated it. Because I would sit there and I was nervous, and I would it was in a bar, so I'd drink and I would get too drunk, and I would my set would be bad, and I kept getting bumped because no one knew who I was, and that's how my mics work. And I was like, I don't love this. And then I was like, all right, at least if I pay for improv classes, they have to let me on stage. So I signed up at Improv Boston, is where I started taking classes in April 2012. And fell in love. And here we are, 5 years later.
How did you meet Ben?
Ben I met, he was just sort of in the community.
He's just around.
He's just kind of around. That's kind of how you meet people, is they're just kind of around, and then all of a sudden you work together, and you're like, you figure out if you mesh. Ben is the other producer of Flotilla. He could not be here tonight.
Yeah, he had explosive diarrhea, so I'm subbing in for him tonight.
Yeah, he'd be in and out of the studio. It wouldn't be good. Ben, and then, so he was around, and then we got cast on a team together called The Gorge, which performed on the show last night. and we just started sort of working on projects together and found out that we worked really well together. So we kept doing it.
Where did talk a little bit about the how was Flotilla derived exactly? Flotilla.
Well,
by the way, I just want to let you know, and those folks that are tuning in that know, Flo are my initials.
Oh.
That's right. FLO.
Flotilla.
Hello, yeah. So anyway, I'm just
Synergy.
extra interested in knowing.
Well, we did not know each other until after the show started. So, what a coincidence. Anyway, we were doing a show. The Gorge was doing a show at the Riot Theater, which is this theater in Jamaica Plain, and we had a monthly show there. And it was just like, it's kind of, we all live in Cambridge, and it was like kind of far away. So almost out of laziness, we were just like, let's look for a place we can do a show a little bit closer. And then someone, Rachel Klein, who is our director, found, at the time it was SCATV, Somerville Community Access Television. You've since rebranded to Somerville Media Center. And talked to Erica, Erica, who's the director, and then she seemed real excited to have us. We did a little practice episode in the fall, and it went well. And we started in January. Was our first episode, the first Thursday in January. And
was the sixth one last night?
Last night was the sixth one. So we've done 6 episodes. We finally got to the point where like we feel good. We feel good about the show. The first we knew how to put on an improv show, but we didn't know anything about like the film aspects of it, the technical stuff. So there was
I like that there's going to be hosting bits now, kind of, like not like bits, but like so Ben and Pat wear coveralls while they're hosting. And last night's episode, Pat said that you could buy space on their coveralls for advertising, and it could be anything.
Yeah, if you want to advertise on our show, you can buy a patch.
How much an inch or two?
Yeah.
It's
How much for the whole?
It's you know what, we'll take any offer at this point. So far we have.
Put in an offer,
Sure. Yeah. If you want to get it, you have to get a patch. I mean, you can send me a design.
What if it's a sticker that comes off?
That'd be fine too.
Okay, these patches are a little bit more expensive.
Sure. Yeah. That's fine. I think that would work.
Okay.
And then I don't know. We could have. I don't want to ask people for money, but I kind of want,
something.
I kind of want a little splashback.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that means.
It's only healthy if there's a give and take.
Right.
If you're just giving and taking.
Yeah. Otherwise, everyone will cover your coveralls.
Right. And then I'm not trying to. But so far, like whatever, we're open to anything. Just because right now the only patches we have are our names. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the goal? Like, so now you're on episode number 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last night was a packed house.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good
not
one.
only is it advertised as like free beer, which is a nice little bone.
Yeah, free beer from 7:30 to 8, and the show starts at 8.
Exactly.
And the show is also free.
Show is free.
Which is great.
And look at those really snazzy Flotilla blue glasses.
Oh yeah, did you get a pair? I brought a pair for you in case you didn't get one last night.
So, yeah,
Would you like some Flotilla sunglasses?
I sure would.
Those are for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Flotilla sunglasses we had made, and you can get them. We still have a few pairs left. So if you come to the July show, whatever the first Thursday in July is, you can grab a pair. They look great.
They do look great. They feel great. They're soft on my nose, the bridge of my nose, like a soft little cushion, floating like Attila. Anyway, though, I really am so psyched that you're on my show. I wish it could have worked out at Reliable Market, but you know what? I think that next time it works out at Reliable Market, y'all are going to be there, but it's going to be balloons, sake tastings, there's going to be ramen noodle bowl extravaganzas. Before I came back, I talked to them. I said, let's do this, but let's make it big.
Let's do it right. Noodle eating contest.
Noodle eating contest.
Sign me up.
All right, you're
I'm down.
All right, you're in. Good. So what do your daydreams consist of anyways?
Do you have any daydreams?
What are your daydreams?
My daydreams?
Yeah.
I don't know. I consider improv kind of daydreamy in a way.
Yeah.
If you're doing it right. You know, you shouldn't be constantly thinking about what you're doing. You're kind of like just
imagining.
Yeah, just imagining, and that's why it's so addictive, and that's why it's like a, you know, got this little cult around it, as people get to like channel that, and I think they want, you know, they want that.
Where does it come from?
Improv
experiences.
It comes from, I don't know, it comes from your brain.
Yeah, well, it just takes a lot of practice. You know, I've been doing it for 5 years, and for the past 2, I've been doing it pretty much every day in some capacity, whether that's shows, rehearsals. I have a blog that I started last year that I write. It's just theory and philosophy, personal improv philosophy. PatCurren.com is my website. Pat Curren, PatKearnan.com. I also teach private 2-person workshops, if I can plug my workshops.
Plug those workshops.
For 2.5 hours, you and a friend, we hang out for 2.5 hours, and we work on, we just do scene work. We work on 2-person scenes. Because that's kind of that's what I like the most. It's just like scene work. But yeah, it takes a lot of practice. And it's kind of like, a lot of times what happens is when people start, you don't know any of the rules, so you're like naturally good at it because you're just like going to have fun, and then you start learning the rules, and the rules get you in your head, and that's what gets people thinking too much. So that it almost like you start good and then you get bad, and then you have to like figure out how to, and eventually you want to get to a point where you're like just reacting honestly, using whatever first comes to your brain, without judging it, and that's what a lot of inexperienced performers judge their own choices. So they'll make a move and then they'll be like, oh, that was stupid. So they're kind of backing away from. They bail on their choices, which is, and the audience can tell when you're pulling away. So the idea is you want to make a choice and then you really want to commit to it.
Right.
Because if you believe it, the audience will believe it.
No matter how silly it is, if you double down on it, everyone's gonna go there with you.
Right. Because it is about creating an immersive experience, right? It's theater, and the audience will.
Commit to this being a phone.
Yeah.
Fully commit to it.
Okay.
It being a phone.
Great.
Ring ring.
Unrecognized number. So I'm gonna decline this call. Yeah. I did get a lot of spam calls. Do you want this plant back? Yeah. I got a lot of spam calls lately. This is unrelated to improv.
Sorry.
I just don't answer the phone if I don't recognize the number. And then if you leave a message, I'll call you back if it's something important, but usually they just don't leave a message. So
I have an app that blocks a lot of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I should get one.
The advent of technology, it's really quite remarkable. So you have right now Flotilla TV, you can watch it live on Channel 3.
We go up against Saturday Night Live on Channel 3, is that the channel? 11 p.m. on Saturday evenings. We go. But it's taped in front of a live studio audience the first Thursday of every month. The show, you can come be in the audience for free. There's free beer, like we said before. And then, Saturday night is when it airs. And then we post it on our website, which is flotillatv.com. And you can watch all the episodes on there.
I must say that I was really impressed with some of the laughs last night. The audience members that you have in there have really hearty laughs. You might, in fact, if you watch last night's episode, folks, you may hear a little laugh of my own. I laughed a couple of times.
See if you can guess whose laugh is who.
Who's that?
We'll give you a list of everyone in the audience. If you email me, I'll give you a list of everyone in the audience.
Yeah.
And then you can make it a little game. You can pick, okay, this laugh at 2 minutes and 31 seconds was this person. This laugh at 3 minutes is this person.
Actual short little sitcom.
Well, there's a lot of people who use improv as a way to write sketches. And that's pretty common exercise. I don't personally do it. I prefer just doing improv. I don't like memorizing stuff. But I don't know, there's something kind of cool about it just being in the moment, and if you weren't there to experience it, it's gone. Like, I don't know, it's kind of cool.
Unless you want to watch it on flotilla.com.
Right, that's true. But it's just like people are coming up with it like on the spot, and something about that alone like inherently makes it more like I don't know,
No,
interesting.
I love it, but
in
for the
sketch.
audience who's like, oh wow, I would have loved to have seen where that went.
Yeah.
Right.
Beyond this moment, you know. I mean.
Well, I
it's-
guess like that's life, you know.
that's like,
Tough.
Yeah.
There's something very zen about doing a really good show and then closing the book and then putting it on the shelf and then never looking at it again.
Yeah,
Right.
I know, and I totally identify with that.
Because it's also like, I know I'm going to do more shows, and that's the thing, is like, if you want to get good, you have to perform a lot. So I know I'm going to perform again. I know it's going to be better. So I try not to cling to past stuff too much.
Yeah, because then you're gonna feel like it's something that you run out of, rather than like you
Right.
have limitless amounts of this.
Right.
Like these scenes, like just because you did a good scene last night doesn't mean it's never gonna happen again.
Yeah.
You know?
What are 3 things that make you happy?
3 things that make me happy.
Yeah.
Let's see. I love a good piece of pizza. I love a good drink. I'm a bit of a drinker. These are consumables though, so it's like a non. I love exploring. So I went on a road trip last month to New Orleans, and I got to see a lot of the country I hadn't seen before. So exploring new places, I like.
And 3 things that upset you.
I don't like being lied to. I don't like when technology is unreliable. We had a bit of an issue with that.
About that.
I don't like
Again, for tuning in, you made it to the next level.
when things are supposed to work and they don't, and I can't figure out why. That upsets me. And I guess when I can't, when I disappoint people, I don't like that. When I let people down, that upsets me.
And what about you, Sam?
Things I like
Yeah, 3 things that
3 things that
make you really happy.
make me happy. I like talking to strangers and learning things about their lives. That makes me really happy. I used to be a bartender, so I used to get to do that more, but I don't do that anymore. I like long car rides places, like going to like a beach or something that's like far away. And I like cooking. 3 things.
And 3 things that upset you.
Slow walkers. That I get stuck behind. Moms who are being mean to their kids. And I guess now people who are mean to dogs, because that's in my head now because of you.
Oh yeah, they beat those dogs.
No.
I don't know if they beat all of them. I'm sure some of them are treated okay.
Oh my God.
We were talking about those dogs that walk around on their hind legs, and they look like they're dancing.
They look like they're dancing in
Yeah.
like videos on YouTube.
They torture those dogs to do that. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
It's horrible.
Well, goodbye, Barnum and Bailey. It's been
That's true.
good knowing you. Not.
Yeah, they shut down, right?
Yeah, they did.
All the elephants are gone.
All
Good.
the elephants have been sent back to the land of the free.
Yeah, what happens to those elephants?
I don't know.
Would you eat elephant?
No.
I would.
You would?
Yep.
Well, do you eat meat?
Yeah.
Have you had ostrich?
Yep.
Alligator?
Mm-hmm.
Crocodile?
Yeah, I've definitely had one of.
I have had
I've probably
gator.
gator. I had it.
Yeah,
I've had it a
gator.
couple times. Yeah. What was the other one? Pigeon.
Pigeon.
I'd eat pigeon. It's just chicken.
Yeah, actually. But depending on, like, you know what I mean, there's, like, city pigeon and country pigeon.
I'd eat them all. Give it all.
And that
Throw
probably
some-
is, like,
Throw some bread on there. Fry them up.
it's on the table. So
Yeah, I
love
unloaded
that
the
you put
basket.
everything on the table. All right, let's just immerse ourselves. How about
Sure.
this, audience? We got 10 minutes left. This won't be the last time you see Pat Squared,
We'll be
also
back.
known as Samantha. They'll be back. Flotilla TV is every first Thursday of the month.
Uh-huh.
It happens here at Somerville Media Center, 90 Union Square in Somerville. You can come and be an audience member, and if you want, better to reserve your seat by going into flotilla.com and reserving it with an RSVP.
That's right. You
Because
can
they
reserve your
say
seats.
You can reserve your seats.
FlotillaTV.com.
Right. So I really highly recommend that.
Do you want to know who the teams are going to be in the next show? Our next show will be what? Let me. I'm going to pull up my phone to let me see what the actual date is.
That's cool.
So the next show is going to be Thursday, July 6th, and that's going to be Ain't Brad, and they do a form called a Spokane, and they're a great team. Ben is on that team, and then.
Wish you could be here, man.
Hi,
Sorry
Ben.
about the diarrhea.
Hope your little butt feels better.
Yeah.
Binding agents, don't just try to just don't even eat anything.
And drink lots of fluids. People think because of the diarrhea that you're not supposed to not do fluids.
Because you're gonna dehydrate.
Yeah, because you get dehydrated, and it makes it worse.
Definitely.
And then the other group is Poseidon, which is a trio. So there's 3 of them.
Praise Jesus.
And then August 3rd is going to be the next one. And August 3rd is going to be a special show because we're going to do 4 duos. So it's going to be, usually there's just 2 teams.
In 1 hour?
4 teams an hour. So we'll each do about 15 minutes. And that'll be good. And that's going to be My Name is Tom.
I love them.
Resting Bitch Face. Forbidden Cabana. And Tedman and Robin are going to be the 4 duos.
Oh, I love them too.
It's going to be good.
So let's for the last 5 minutes, let's do a little, set us up. Let's have a little improv.
Well, there's a couple ways to do it. We could get a location.
All right.
Or
Do you want to do?
do you want to be in it? Do you want to be in the scene?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let's where do you want? Let's get a location then.
All right. We are in the streets of Paris.
Great.
And there are little penguin waiters walking around, eating, observing different snails and such.
I'm sorry, I don't speak French.
Oh,
Parlez-vous anglais?
We're from America.
I don't know if you know this.
We're visiting.
All right.
Have you heard of? What's that? Would you like a tissue?
No.
It sounds like you have something in your throat.
No. See, you don't understand. We are fluent, prolific speakers. Well, yours sounds like a, let's see, how do we say, a scissor lift running out of gasoline. Listen, this is on the menu today, okay? Snails, some white fish, a little bit of potato with rosemary.
So, do you have any like French fries or something?
Yes, we've heard so much about your fries.
Fries? They just call them fries here because
Right.
we're in France. Oh, that's so me.
Oh, I'm sure you call them freedom fries. Yes, is that what you call them in your?
Well, I don't know if you've heard of 9/11, but there was a big issue with the French
Todd loves
after.
talking about
I know,
9/11.
I'm sorry. 9/11 is my favorite holiday.
Let's see. You don't have any French fries. Okay. What else would you want?
Do you think we could talk to the manager?
Yes. Is there a manager we could talk to?
manager.
Oh
We just
no.
thought because you're a penguin.
Yes.
Did you notice everything around you? It is all penguins. There's a penguin. There's my face up on the.
Well, we were.
The sign of the place. I'm the only person, and this is all all my offspring.
You're a small business
I'm a small
owner.
business owner.
Literally, because you're very
'Cause
small.
you're
You're a little
small,
small
you're
penguin.
Penguin. Listen, alright, stop giving me a hard time. You're Americans. You're always coming here bullying me and like.
We
penguin
didn't mean to
offspring.
do that. We're
Listen,
sorry.
All right, lady.
9/11, trauma. Trump, trauma. We do have some Trump fries. You eat them down very quickly. A little bit of.
Wait, you have Trump. Hold on, hold on. You have Trump fries. Trumple fries.
Truffle fries. We call them Trumple fries. They have a bit of
Orange
kind of-
zest.
or a little bit of orange zest. Also some like really stinky blue cheese.
They sound awful. Blue cheese and orange zest.
Yep, they're
I do not want that.
okay then.
I just want some French fries.
Me too. Is there a McDonald's
Is there McDonald's?
nearby?
Yeah, I think you should go there. Listen, thanks everyone for tuning into Fallon's Daily Toast. This will be the last time I said that you see Pat and Samantha. They're doing amazing things, and FlotillaTV.com. Tune in every first Thursday of the month here at SMC. Again, RSVP, get tickets, get a seat because it fills up quick. And if you're interested in getting in touch, reach out to them. And they're all, as I said, they're always getting teams together and interested in collaborations. That's it. We're out.
Great.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Good job.